Hello everyone, welcome back to another emergency response Liberty County video, kind of. Today we're going to be going over some Lightbar ideas and some other kind of general lighting ideas with like the ELS and stuff for the police, fire, and technically DOT vehicles. Anyways, without further ado, let's get started. So, the first couple light bars I had in mind, I think, would be, they're much better for older vehicles. So if you ever get any more, like, older police and fire vehicles, like an old Impala or old Tahoe, I think these would fit those cars very well. The first one we're going to be going over is a Whelen Edge 9000. This was used kind of throughout the 90s and into the early 2000s. I don't know, there's just something about it that I just like, even though it's just really just like a box kind of. I want to play a kind of demonstration video on screen. The only thing though is that the stream might be like flashing really bright because the strobe that this light bar cameras kind of have a hard time picking it up. So yeah, might be a couple flashes, so if you want to put like a timestamp or something while I'm editing, so if you want to skip it. And here's the demonstration video. Alright, the next retro kind of styled light bar I want to go over is a Code 3 MX7000. It's just a old school rotating light bar. There's really not much else to say. I don't know how easy it is to do ELS with rotating lights. Like, I know in like LSPDFR, if you like do, or if you use like an ELS vehicle and it has rotating lights, it can be a big pain to get it to work. So yeah, I'm not sure how easy it is to do rotating lights once again. Or they could do it like how the DOT tow truck light bar is, where it's not really rotating, it just kind of like pops in and out to kind of give that effect that it rotates. I don't know, but once again, here's another demonstration video of that light bar. Alright, the next light bar is going to be a Federal Signal Street Hawk. This is similar to the one that we just talked about, however, it doesn't have the two kind of back and forth lights on the side. Instead, it's just a flash, like just like an old school halogen flash. Yeah, not really much else to say because it looks similar to the other one that we just looked at. But here is a demonstration video. Alright, next light bar we're going to go over, I think it's going to be the last retro kind of styled one, is a Federal Signal Vector. This is kind of a V-shaped. It's kind of like the Valor, which is kind of like, I guess, like the modern day version of it, but it doesn't rotate. This, I don't know, I just like it. Looks cool. I believe CHP used these in the early 2000s to like the late 90s. Yeah, not really much else to say once again. And also it does have a traffic advisor in the back, which if this was in the game, it could be implemented so it kind of gives off an older effect, like an old halogen light once again, like Greenville. On some of the Greenville kind of I think it's on the Impala that has it, the old Impala. Or it's the old Caprice. I forget which one. But if you use the traffic advisor, it kind of has that like flash effect, where it kind of, where when one of the lights turns on, it like glows and then kind of quickly goes away, if that makes sense. I'll have gameplay of it in the background, so you get to know what I'm talking about. And also, here is a demonstration video. Alright, jumping into some of the modern stuff here. There's really only one I can think of. I think that would be pretty cool. It's the Federal Signal SLR, which is basically, it is basically just the Vector, but it's the actual modern day version of the Vector. You know, the New York City Police Department in Las Vegas, they use that. Obviously the ones in New York City are white and red, while the ones in Las Vegas are red, white, and blue. Just once again, here's another demonstration video of it. Alright, so that's it for light bars. However, I just wanted to kind of talk about some different lighting options that I think would be cool. For a detective, mainly, I think it would be cool to have a minimal lighting option, where you have, like, one light on, like in the windshield, and you may have, like, another one light or two in the back. I don't know. I think it would be kind of cool for detectives to kind of go around with kind of minimal lighting, and would be cool to help, or would help out to kind of, I guess, disguise yourself a little more towards civilian vehicles. And the last thing I want to talk about is, I think that high risers would be pretty cool to have on your car. Obviously, I think would be better if it was if you had to select it, just in case you don't like it. What high risers basically are, if you don't know, I know the New York State Police, they used them around New York City, I think. But basically, if you're, let's say you're pulled over on the side of the highway, two little bars will rise up. Or not, I guess they're not little, but they rise up and there's lights on them just to alert kind of like oncoming traffic that there's like an emergency up ahead, or there's a police vehicle that's stopped and you need to slow down just so you don't hit it or just hit anyone else in general. I don't know. I think that would just be pretty neat to have. If you have any ideas that you would want me to, look at, make sure to type them down in the comments below, because I usually do look at them. Even though sometimes if I might not heart anything, I at least look at the comments whenever I get a new one. Anyways, that'll be it, and I'll see you all next video.